So it's 1:30, I'll go ahead and call the Paulding County Airport Authority meeting to order for the purpose of reviewing bids for the terminal area expansion, phase 1, and declaring the potential lower parent bidder.
Tom, you want to say anything before we start about the process we followed?
Because this is a public works project, we just had certain laws that you had to comply with regards to notice and opening bids. So the bid was properly noticed.
And I've got a copy of that, and I've got a copy of the notice that was published, if anybody wants to review that.
And there's no magical way the way you open bids, but I mean, you just start running.
All right. Unfortunately, on this bid, on this project, we only got one response. The economy is booming. The contractors are all busy. We got one response. So we'll open it up and see if it's compliant.
You read it, and I'll ask the questions.
All right. All right. I'm going to read over my shoulder, make sure I don't miss anything.
All right.
Okay, we have a bid submitted by Thompson Grading. Address as stated, telephone number as stated. And we have all of the pertinent information that's in the bid form. Let me get to the important bottom line. Okay, we have a bid for $1,967,224.29. So on your bid form, if you'll look on page 4.1, it's got 3 pages in. You'll see a blank for the bottom line total. Everybody got that? That's the number I'm talking about. We have a bid for $1,967,224. Excuse me, $1,967,244.29. $224.29. Okay, $224.29. Got it? Okay. Now there are several pages of details that you'll see. Do I need to read each of the details?
You can if the committee has any questions about it.
Okay.
It's just up to the committee.
All right. Mobilization. Everybody want to follow on? We're now on 4.2. Mobilization. Unit price $182,035. And that is unit 1. So that's the total amount.
That amount again, Terry?
$182,035.
Thank you.
That's mobilization, item 1. Item 2, remove existing drainage structure, $28,781.25. Clearing and grubbing, 13 acres, $8,975 an acre, for a grand total of $116,675.
How much was it there?
$8,975 per acre times 13 acres. Unclassified excavation, I'm on item 4, $12.14 for 80,000 cubic yards, grand total $971,430.54. Retrofitting, 1 each, $7,587.50. 12-inch Class 5 round concrete pipe, linear foot, $73.20. Grand total, $168,360. And that was 2,300 linear feet. Item number 7, next page. 12-inch perforated CPP, help me out here, Jacob. CPP is perforated pipe. Yeah. And that is 2,300 linear feet, $62.50 for a extended total, $143,750. Item number 8, 18-inch CPP ditch down drain unit, We need 4 of those, each $3,125, grand total $12,500. Item 9, 12-inch concrete head wall. This is our spring head wall. We need 1 of those, $5,450. Number 10, riprap outlet protection. We need 4 of those, $5,756.25 for a grand total of $23,025. Item 11, filter ring. We need 1. Each $5,756.75. Item number 12, riprap check down, 1 each, $2,500. Item number 13, riprap check down with sediment storage. We need 26. Those are $2,500 a piece for a grand total $65,000. Item number 14, inlet protection, 1 at $750. Item number 15, temporary silt fencing. We need 6,100 feet at $3.75 a foot for a total of $22,875. Number 16, we need 13 acres of temporary mulching, $1,875 an acre for a total of $24,375. Item 17, temporary grassing, 13 acres, $2,700, grand total $35,100. 18, permanent grassing, 13 acres, $4,275 for a total of $55,575. Item 19, water quality monitoring and sampling. That's one program, $22,000. Item 20, water quality inspections. We called for 3, $7,500 per inspection, grand total $22,500. Item 21, junction box splices. These are the manhole covers for the concrete pipe. We need 9 of those at $7,500 each for a total of $67,500. And item number 22, turf reinforcing matting, 2,800 square yards at $10.73 a square yard for a total of $30,030. And again, phase 1, grand total, $1,967,224.29. Okay. Make sure we have the other required forms. Okay, I'm now on page 5.1. Estimated number of work hours per weekday, 10 hours. Estimated number of work hours per weekend, 0 hours. Mobilization. All of these have 0 weekend hours, so I won't read the weekend hours. Weekdays, 10 days for a total of 100 hours. Erosion control initial phase, 2 days for 20 hours. Erosion control grading phase, 10 days, 100 hours. Erosion control final phase, 10 days, 100 hours. Clearing, grubbing, and topsoiling, 30 days, 300 hours. Spring box pipe construction, 30 days, 300 hours. Site grading, stream embankment, 10 days, 100 hours. Seeding and sodding, 2 days, 20 hours. Final cleanup and demobilization, 10 days, 100 hours. Note, events will overlap during construction and have multiple personnel to accomplish each event. Grand sum is 60 days. Okay, then we have on page B6, they've listed the name of the business address, of course, Thompson Grading, 1086 Industrial Boulevard in Dallas. We have a sealed, signed and sealed bid form. They acknowledge that they have received amendment number 1, dated 28 April, and amendment number 2, dated 2 May. Those are our 2 addendums that we sent out. So they're complete and compliant on the addendums. They are incorporated in Georgia, and it is signed on the 4th day of May 2017. Bid bond. So I'm now on page B8. We, the undersigned Thompson Grading Incorporated, Principal and Merchants Bonding Company Mutual, as surety are hereby held and firmly bond unto Paulding County Airport Authority owner in the penalty sum of 5% of total bid amount, which was the required amount, and it's dated and signed the 5th day of May 2017. And it's properly signed and witnessed by Thompson Grading and by Merchants Bonding Company. And then we have a copy of the bond itself. Merchants Bonding Company, power of attorney. Looks like it's duly signed and executed. You concur? Then we have our affidavits. This is the form of non-collusion affidavit, and it is signed and sealed and witnessed. Complete? Equal opportunity report statement. The bidder checked has not, for all of the boxes, they have not developed and has on file at each established affirmative action program pursuant to, and then it's got the FAR clauses. The bidder has not participated in any previous contract or subcontract subject to the equal opportunity clause prescribed by executive order, and it gives the number. The bidder has not filed with the Joint Reporting Committee in the annual compliance report on standard form, another legal document there. And the bidder does not employ 50 or more employees, so they don't trigger the requirement to have those programs that we ask them to report on. Signed and sealed. Complete? Certificate of non-segregation of facilities. So this is another government form required on all construction projects greater than $10,000, and they're certifying that they do not have segregated facilities per civil rights laws of the United States. Signed and sealed. Performance of work by subcontractors. And here's the small print. All right, let me see if I can read these names. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 subcontractors. The Erosion Control Company has a subcontract value of $112,120. And that's for erosion control. They are located in Cherokee, Georgia.
What's their name?
The Erosion Control Company,
The Erosion
TDC,
Control
yeah.
Company.
Yeah. We have CRA Surveying, Dallas, Georgia. They have a subcontract value of $16,000 for surveying services. We have Anderson of Monroe, Georgia. Underground, this would be, I guess, piping, underground piping work, I'm assuming, in the amount of $356,560. Vulcan Materials, Polk County. Quarry Stone, $5,000. APAC, Dallas, Georgia. Quarry Stone, $5,000. Stacy Lee Trucking, Dallas, Georgia, $5,000. So a grand total subcontract value $499,680. Okay. Certificate regarding foreign participation. Let's see, this is certifying that they are not owned or controlled by one or more citizens or nationals of a foreign country. They are not knowingly entered into any contract or subcontract for the project with a contractor that is a citizen or a national of a foreign country and has not procured any product nor subcontracted for the supply of any product for use on the project that is produced in a foreign country on said list. So this is another of the government forms that are required. Certificate regarding debarment, suspension, ineligibility, and voluntary exclusion. So they are certifying that they have not been debarred or disqualified in any way. Buy American steel and manufactured products for construction contracts. This is the affidavit that basically it's the Buy American Act for construction programs. Bid conditions, disadvantaged business enterprise program. So this is our utilization of disadvantaged business enterprises. We have a goal of 12.5%. That is mandated by the FAA. And then we've got all of the legal words that go with that, several pages worth. These are all public documents, by the way, if anyone wants a copy of them. And we get down to the bottom, and we have a schedule of DBE participation that they're disclosing here. And Anderson is a DBE qualified company, and their subcontract value, as noted earlier, is $356,560. So that is the DBE participation that they are claiming as a part of this bid, signed and sealed. Then we have the DBE subcontractor identification affidavit. So this is the affidavit that certifies that Anderson is in fact a qualified DBE, and that's signed by the principals of Anderson and sealed. Then we have a letter of intent to perform as a subcontractor, and this is signed by Anderson Grading. Then we have an unavailability certification, DBE unavailability certification, certified that on the dates below, I invited the following DBE subcontractors to bid work items to be performed. So it just says that they invited them to bid, and they did in fact bid. So there were none that were not responsive. Bidder qualification questionnaire. Then we have a questionnaire concerning the nature of the business, company name, address, how many years your organization has been in business, 46 years, how many years experience in construction work, 46 years, as a subcontractor, 46 years. List below the requested information concerning projects your organization has completed in the last 5 years for the type of work required for this project. See if there are additional sheets for these. Okay, we have none. Okay, so we have none listed. Have you ever failed to complete any work awarded to you? If so, why? No. Has any officer or partner of your organization ever been an officer or partner of some other organization that failed to complete a construction contract? If so, state name of individual, name of other organization and reason thereof. No. Has any officer or partner of your organization ever failed to complete a construction contract handled in his own name? If so, state name of individual, name of owner, and reason thereof. No. Give below any information which would indicate the size and capacity of your organization, including number of employees, equipment owned by your organization, etc., which are available for utilization on this contract, 10%. What is your bonding capacity? $10 million. What amount of your bonding capacity has been used as of the date of this bid? 25%. How many applications for performance and payment bonds have you made in the last 3 years? Approximately 5. How many of these applications were not approved? None. Have any claims been filed against your surety bond company in the last 5 years? If so, describe the nature of the claims and give the names of the surety companies, dates of each claim, identifying numbers of each claim, amount of each claim, and the status of each claim. No. Has your company been in disputes or litigation in the past 5 years over construction projects which are completed or still pending for completion? If so, describe the nature of the disputes or litigation and state of owner's name, address, telephone number, or telephone, and amount of the dispute or litigation. Use additional sheets if necessary. And it says, yes, the owner's failure to pay. So that's the only disclosed litigation, basically a claim for payment. And then it's signed by a principal of Thompson Grady. Contractor affidavit and agreement. By execution of this affidavit, the undersigned contractor verifies its compliance with another government program number here, stating affirmatively that the individual, firm, or corporation which is contracting with the Paulding County Airport Authority has registered with and is participating in a federal work authorization program. Legal words. Basically, this is the E-Verify form. Am I reading that right, Tom? Okay, so this is basically saying that they are compliant. Yeah, there's the E-Verify number. So they are compliant with the E-Verify program, which is one of the requirements of our bid. Okay, this one is an E-Verify form from Anderson stating that they're compliant. Then we have the Immigration and Security form, which is also a required form, and it is signed properly. And this is for Anderson, I assume? Oh, okay. So this is the Women's Business Enterprise National Council hereby grants woman-owned small business WOSB certification to Anderson Grading and Pipeline Company, LLC. So that's their certification. And this is National Women's Business Enterprise certification, also to Anderson Grading, certifying that they meet the WBENC standards as a woman's business enterprise, which would qualify them for the DBE program. And there's the public reading of our one bid. Any questions? Would y'all like to see it?
We'll see it.
Yeah.
Stating word on there that let the bid over for 90 days.
Yeah, that was on like the third page. That was, we put that in, that the bid would remain valid for 90 days. And they signed it and acknowledged that it is valid for 90 days.
I hear a recommendation from the committee regarding this bid as far as being the apparent bid winner.
I would make a motion that we accept this as the low bid.
And compliant, right? You'd say compliant,
Compliant.
qualified, and apparent low bidder.
Second.
Any discussion?
Is this a good dollar amount that was expected?
No,
I think
no, it's high, but the regulations that we operate under allow us to now enter a round of negotiation with the apparent low bidder. And so that would be the next step, is that we will try to negotiate a price that fits our budget. And we will have to get with the FAA and Georgia DOT to find out what our actual budget is. So they were waiting for the bids to open. Now we've got to go back to specifically to Georgia DOT and discuss our now apparent low bidder, and we'll go to the next step, which is can we now arrive at a budget and a program that we can afford, that we would then present to the full board for approval.
well, the earthwork portion is substantially high. After doing this work for 37 years and walking the side of you like 2-3 weeks ago, $4 a yard for moving 80,000 yards of dirt is substantially high.
That's why I'm going to ask you to come with me on the negotiation.
So that's about double what it owes.
Okay, well, we have an opportunity to negotiate that.
The other stuff, the other line items, looking line with
Okay.
industry
With
standard.
what you would expect.
With industry standard, it's the earthwork that's is much too high.
Okay.
I like the fact that they use a lot of local subcontractors.
Well, for the pipe, they're having to use a DBE out of the county because those are hard to come by.
Yeah.
Hard to find that minority participation, so. So we've got a second, to recommend this to the full board for consideration. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any
Okay.
opposed?
And just so we know, the next regularly scheduled full board meeting will be the 17th. Ellis, I'm going to ask you over the next 10 days or so if we can get together and do a round of negotiation and see if we can be ready to present something by the 17th. If not, we'll have to delay that, but that would be the goal.
Okay. Well, it's unfortunate we only received one bid. I was hoping at least get 2-3 bids. With competition, it's just, if you're doing a public bid, it's just better to have more competition and get a better price. I know in the past, we've actually got some real good bids out here, like moving the earthwork, the initial phase, and then the later phase, we actually got that earthwork completed for very economically. So that's it's disappointing we only got one bid, but we did advertise it properly, and it is what it is. So
That's all we need to do.
Motion to adjourn.
I hear a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
Second?
And move right into the full board meeting.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'll call the next meeting in order for the purpose of real estate litigation, go into executive session. I hear a motion to move into executive session for real estate litigation.
Motion to move into executive session for real estate litigation.
Hear a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Back to Susan. I hear a motion to return to open session.
So moved. Second?
I would like to report no action was taken. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I hear a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.